beating the final searchlights encounter, I will not be covering that encounter in this guide, but let me know down below if that's something you're interested in. Tip number 5, what items to bring. Bringing the right items and also using those items at the right times can genuinely be the difference between winning or failing this challenge, so make sure you choose correctly. Here are the items that you should consider bringing in order of importance. Number 1, sprints. These are an absolute must. Bring all 5 if you are willing and have the kroner for it, but you should never go with any less than 1. These are your saving grace if you have no save spots and there's an angler coming. Number 2, code breachers. These are highly recommended. This is because there are many PSSs that are locked behind code breacher rooms, particularly the one in the ridge. Having 3 out of 3 just in case, or if you wanted to try your luck at the items in the treasure rooms, is a great idea. Number 3, medkits or parathecine. Highly recommended. In case you get trolled by Highfest, or need to ensure you get through searchlights, or to ensure you will still have healing to use for the rooms after Firewall and Abomination, make sure you bring these. Number 4, blacklight or the hand crank flashlight, to be extra careful. I think these are both amazing because both items remove one concern from your plate. Blacklights remove squiddles from your concerns, and hand cranks mean you don't have to hunt for batteries. Based on the list, my recommended loadout for each run is the following: 3 to 5 sprints, 1 to 3 code breachers, at least 1 medkit, and at least 1 light source. The more useful the light source, the better. You can choose how much to bring based on your preferences and how much kroner you have. Good luck. Tip number 6, learn your safe spots. Your ability to complete this challenge is entirely dependent on your understanding of safe spots and using the room around you to your advantage. So take the time to learn them before truly getting serious about attempts. I highly recommend watching videos of others completing this challenge so that you can see many of the upcoming tips in action and to learn some strategies for yourself. It can also be helpful to go into some practice runs and try out some safe spots you already know and hunt for new ones. Taking the time to do this is absolutely worth the payoff. Tip number 7, understanding node timer. For this challenge, it is absolutely essential that you understand the concept of the node timer spawn. The node timer spawn system means that the longer you are in a room, the more likely an this is where the term late flicker comes from. If you wait long enough, the timer will count down all the way to 0 and an entity will spawn. However, if you open the next door, the time will lower significantly, and the chance of an angler spawning is much higher. Every angler reacts differently to this concept. Do note that this concept applies differently in the ridge, where all anglers will spawn anywhere from 45 to 90 seconds apart. You'll see how the node timer is important in the upcoming tips, but make sure to keep this in mind as it's very important to understand the Lockerless strategy. Really quick, before the next tip, if it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Fox's Rock, and I make tons of guide videos on Roblox Pressure and related games. If that sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing. I have many existing videos and shorts just like this one, plus a new community Discord, and I'm coming out with tons more in the near future. I have a lot of faith in these tips and believe they could truly help many players. I appreciate any help in my mission to help the Pressure community. Thanks for your consideration, and right back to the video. Tip number 8, maximizing the value of each PSS. This is a great way to properly utilize the node timer spawn in a Lockerless run. If you have found a PSS and the rooms in front of you do not appear to have one, it can be risky to continue looking. For instance, if you open yet another door and an angler spawns, if you're too far to reach the PSS in time, your run is over. This is why it can be advantageous to wait at your PSS and give the node timer as much time as it needs for the next angler. That way, you get it out of the way and it will have a much higher chance of finding a PSS before the next angler spawns. Keep in mind you may need to wait a while. Only do this if you want to, but don't waste your kroner on easy to avoid mistakes. Tip number 9, starting room types. You may not pay attention to the loading docks you get upon first starting a run, but you may want to more after this tip. Did you know that specific docks lead to specific room types? For instance, the dock shown is a dock that leads directly to server rooms, as shown on screen. This is not common, but be mindful that this can give you a safe head start for Lockerless due to the abundance of PSSs in this room type. Another example is the construction dock, which leads you to the construction room type, also known as the outskirts. This room type isn't the best for Lockerless, so be careful. The main thing I want you to take in this tip though, is that the beginning dock that you get does matter and can have an impact on your run. Be aware of that. Tip number 10, monster spawning times. This is an important tip so that you know what to expect. Anglers can spawn as early as door 5 depending on your luck, and Pandy can spawn as early as door 19. Watch for the angler warning message to know when exactly you need to retreat to any safe spots you found. As for Pandy, always be wary of him and keep an ear out for his audio cue. It's good practice to get Pandy a threat even before going, but don't get so caught up in your Lockerless concerns that you forget to check for big doors or wall dwellers. Lockerless is a lot to manage, but the more you practice, the better you'll get. Use the time before anglers and Pandy spawn to prepare and scout for safe places. Tip number 11, utilizing Chainsmoker. Though Chainsmoker is slow and can often be a nuisance, he's actually one of the best anglers you can get for Lockerless. This is because due to his speed, you can actually follow behind him. The green smoke trail behind him shows you where the correct path to go is, and as long as Chainsmoker is still active, no other anglers can spawn. Chainsmoker will also create dark rooms when passing through them, and anglers cannot spawn in dark rooms either. If you'd like, you can also use a sprint to keep up with Chainsmoker, as it will put you at basically his exact speed. Although this will cost you one of your very useful sprints, it can be helpful if you are low on proper save spots. I would recommend using it, as you might end up with a lot of attempts that have unused sprints depending on how much you bought. The extra boost from following Chainsmoker is absolutely worth it depending on your attempt. Up to you, but don't let Chain pass without using him to your advantage in some way. Tip number 12, Grand Encounters. Part of this challenge is not letting the Grand Encounters defeat you after successfully getting so far to reach them lockerless. That means that you need to get good practice with the encounters so that your attempts are only lost because of bad energy and not because of mistakes. Although these Grand Encounters would require their own guide, and let me know if you want this by the way, in the hopes of helping them not be a problem for Lockerless, I'll speak on them briefly. For the Searchlights encounter, which as of the Worth the Wait update, you are guaranteed to see in every attempt at least once, you actually are allowed a lot more room for mistakes now that they do not insta-kill you. You do need a considerable amount of health to tank a hit though, so be sure to bring healing for this purpose. But, of course, the goal is to save your healing, so I highly recommend either practicing going fast safely, or taking your time to guarantee saving your healing. For Firewall, even if it may not feel like it, you do have room for at least one mistake, so long as you immediately get back on track after falling off. This can also include if you accidentally crouch late or something, but this is more costly. Focus on practicing the correct path and don't try and go faster than necessary, as this can lead to falling off if you try to skip certain parts unnecessarily. And for Abomination, if you need to practice maneuvering through the obstacles, turn on Chase Assist to practice for a run or two. It slows you and Abomination down. Prioritize dodging the landmines as they are an insta-kill. The fans are not an insta-kill and only take off some of your health. Need more tips than just these? I go into more depth about these Grand Encounters in my 25 tips video for Roblox Picture. Check it out if you need more. Tip number 13, Front Anglers. Front Anglers are another angler type that can be used as a tool to your success during Lockerless. Here's everything you should know about Front Anglers. If you are currently in a room and a Front Angler spawns, you'll be able to tell due to hearing the angler attacking sound close to the next door you need to open. This also means that if you open the next door, even if the Front Angler isn't rushing through yet, you will instantly die, so don't do this. Instead, find a place to hide as normal. An important thing to note about Front Anglers is that they make their connection in the dark room. In other words, the one that they spawned in. Use this to your advantage if a Front Angler spawns. It can be especially useful. Tip number 14, PSS versus SS. It's very important to understand the difference between these two kinds of safe spots and at what times you should be hunting for which. Here's an example which can help you visualize this. Let's say you're an expendable at door 30 and Pandemonium just spawned. You successfully safe spot him, and now you need to worry about finding future safe spots. In the vast majority of the runs you're in, Candy spawns once during door 0. Bro, I can't take it seriously, bro. Handy spawns once during doors 0 through 100 and Handy spawns once during doors 0 through 100. Handy only spawns once during doors 0 through 100 and only once during the siege. This means if you already got Pandy, you should no longer be looking for PSSs and instead focus your attention on finding SSs specifically. Of course, it's good practice to still use Pandemonium safe spots, but if faced with no other option, you probably should be using the SS after getting Pandy. Another note, all Pandy safe spots are safe spots from all the other anglers as well. But not all safe spots for anglers are also safe spots for Pandemonium. I hope that makes sense. This is an important distinction which will cost you attempts and a proner if you mess it up. This is why I encourage learning safe spots prior to starting attempts. But it's true that sometimes you do need to attempt it yourself to gain experience. Just bear these distinctions in mind for now. Tip number 15, 50-50 room types. A major strategy to not using lockers is staying out of the line of sight of anglers. In 50-50 room types specifically, this becomes tricky. 50-50 room types are any rooms which have two acceptable paths to the next door. It's hard to predict which path the angler is going to use, so be careful using these rooms for safe spots. You should only be using these rooms as safety if you find a PSS which guards you regardless of which path an angler takes and regardless of which entity it is. Tip number 16. Approach to the ridge. The ridge is, by far, your biggest barrier to completing this challenge. It may be a small amount of doors, but due to the massive difficulty spike, it could take just as long, if not longer, than the time it takes to get there. The ridge has 0 light flickers, and basically every single thread in the game is thrown at you at the same time. It's the scariest part of the attempt, which is why this tip and the remaining tips will all be focused on how to get through the ridge. The main thing I want you to know about this is it's completely okay to take your time through the ridge. Do not rush it, and do not let the build-up of finally getting their Lockerless get to your head and result in you making a costly mistake. Tip number 17, all possible threats. As mentioned, the ridge is where everything in the game is thrown at you to test your skills. Here's everything you'll have to deal with while fighting for your life in Lockerless. every single angler type, wall dwellers, infestation, squiddles, speakers which can detonate your PTG, fake doors, pandemonium, void masses, which of course are irrelevant to Lockerless, candle bearers, and if you're unlucky, even a 60 and other miscellaneous threats. Your primary goal is to remove as many of these threats off your plate as possible. Void masses are automatically eliminated by Lockerless. Squiddles can be eliminated through the black light and sport light if you're lucky enough to encounter it. You can also eliminate candy, which we'll discuss in this next tip. Master Tip number 18, Guaranteed Ridge PSS. It is essential to wait for Pandemonium to spawn in the Guaranteed Ridge PSS so that you do not have to deal with him while progressing through the ridge. It may take a while, but there is no situation where you should not be doing this, unless you're a YouTuber like me who wants to make it harder on yourself to entertain your viewers. Either way, you get the idea. As mentioned in the last tip, with so many threats to deal with in the ridge, you must take as many off your plate as possible. This is where you first start doing that. Tip number 19, Ridge Checkpoints concept. The best way to approach the ridge, in my opinion, is to treat each safe spot as a checkpoint. The same can be done for the rest of the attempt before ridge, by the way. Any safe spot you find is a checkpoint, and you ideally should be using the one that is the farthest up ahead so that you can continue making progress easier. Use these checkpoints in the following way. Given that the node timer is a lot shorter in ridge specifically, you have a limited time to check for other safe spots in your rooms. But as soon as an angler passes, go ahead and check, but don't take long. If you find a safe spot, use it. If this is not possible, book it back to your checkpoint. Wait for the next angler and try again. It's essential to not go too far ahead so that it's impossible to get back in time. And if you end up having no close safe spot in a future room, this is the time to use sprints, either to get back to a checkpoint if you took too long, or to rush up ahead and look for a safe spot fast. And additionally, you have to be careful doing this if you get an angler like Blitz or a front angler. Front anglers prevent you from searching the next rooms for safe spots and can trap you, while Blitz gives extremely little heads-ups and can easily trip you while looking for safe spots. So it's important to be wary while searching and book it back to your checkpoint if it doesn't work out. This is honestly, in my opinion, the easiest thing to mess up in all of Lockerless and may cost you a large attempts. You will need to practice this, as juggling safe spot checkpoints with a very limited window of time to move is not easy. Let's hope you get lucky. Tip number 20, must know ridge safe spots. Because if you know them well enough, you can immediately go to them upon entering your room and be completely safe from the next angler. In this first room, you'll see a large ramp leading down to an unopenable door, with the next openable door being straight ahead past the ramp. The very bottom of the ramp is a perfect SS that functions as an incredible checkpoint. Make sure to crouch so that you're safe. Another example is this ridge room with the long expanse where you walk over the rock to get to the next door, which is lit by standing lamps. There are actually two sides to this room, both of which are not only SS's but also PSS's. I use these in my own Lockerless victory, actually. And for one more example, if you ever come across this ramp which leads to a code breacher door, this is an amazing PSS. No anglers can reach down here, and this safe spot also is essentially an Easter egg. So you can speculate the details of the Easter egg, take a quick breather, and be safe from anglers all at the same time? Nice. There are many more examples, but these are the 3 of my favorites to look out for. Tip number 21, how to find ridge safe spots. Although the previous ones are obvious and easy to use, not all safe spots are obvious. This is where I'll say again that it's absolutely essential to use your surroundings to your advantage. A room may not seem like it can be used safely, but if you play your cards right, they can be go-to checkpoints. For instance, there are many rooms with shelves that you can hide beside, and will block you from an angler's line of sight. There may also be easy-to-use side rooms you can utilize as safe spots. You can even hide behind certain storage containers and be completely safe from anglers. And sometimes you don't even need to hide. If you're far enough away from the angler's node path, you're fine. Before writing off a room as unusable, make sure to check for these possibilities first. Tip number 22, sprints for the ridge. As mentioned before, ridge is the time where the majority of your sprints should hopefully be saved for. They can generally be the difference between winning and losing, especially if you use them correctly. I would recommend trying to save at least 2 to 3 for ridge minimum. Something you should know about sprints is that you can jump and slide while using them. Jumping can help you evade things and get on certain obstacles in a way you couldn't before, and sliding maintains your speed, which can be very helpful. Don't forget this, as it can help you quickly check rooms for possible safe spots. Tip number 23, radios. It is not impossible that you may find a PSS, for instance a side room, which is within the range of the radio. However, that does not mean those rooms cannot be used. Be sure to choose a spot within the room which is absolutely not within the range of your PDG being detonated. There are times where using a room like this, though risky, can genuinely save your run. In other instances though, there may be speakers with range that basically cover the entire room, which can make them hard to check for safe spots. Only use these as safe spot rooms if absolutely necessary. Ideally, you rush straight past them and find a safe spot in the next room. Tip number 24, keycard strat. There is no better time to use death mode and the keycard chimes than the ridge. Faced with a keycard room and don't know where the keycard is? Camp in a PSS with the closest SS to a keycard door and wait until you know the exact direction of a keycard due to the sound and depth mode indicator so that you can grab it and immediately go back to the checkpoint you found. You can also use Seb's scanner, but saving your chrono is better. No hate on Sebastian though. Either way, doing this is a million times better than actually taking the time to look for the keycard while the node timer ticks down. It's not worth looking, just wait for the time and hide in your nearest type point. Good luck with this. Tip number 25, motivational tip. With basically every tip now out of the way, I wanted to say this. This challenge is not designed to be easy. There's a reason it used to be called "We didn't playtest this to make sure this was possible." You could do everything perfectly and still fail due to unlucky room generation. But at the end of the day, keep going. Keep getting practice, because with each failed run, you have a new experience to learn from. The more attempts, the more you master safe spots and can tell others and teach them about them. And the way luck works is that the more you throw yourself at it, eventually you will strike gold, and you will get that badge. So don't stop, keep going, and I hope this guide can aid you in your journey. And that's it. You've made it to the end of the guide. Thank you for sticking around. I hope this guide can help you make it to the end of the ridge Lockerless yourself. I'll be cheering you all on. I do have an important announcement before we end the video. My official community Discord server is now live. If you have any questions about this video you need to ask, or if you want to be a part of the community which loves pressure just as much as you do, join at the link at the top of the description. We have events, active giveaways, monthly XP competitions, and plenty of things to socialize. I hope to see you there. With that out of the way, I hope you enjoyed this guide. Thank you so much for watching, and as I always say, until we meet again, live well and have a great day.
So the biggest pressure update is finally here, and I have no words. This is by far the most fun I've ever had on pressure, and I've been playing pressure for a while to say that. We have 2 new grand encounters, 2 new revamped encounters, a new ending cutscene, a new secret ending cutscene that's probably one of the coolest endings I've ever seen on Roblox, a deep sea bunny game pass, a ton of new badges, new items, new changes, and so much more. Oh yeah, and you wanna know what's crazy? This is only part 1 of this update. There's 4 entire parts. In this video, I'll be covering everything in the update along with some tips and tricks and just generally everything you need to know about it. So without further ado, enjoy. Okay, so before I talk about the big stuff, there's first of all the new lobby I have to mention. The new lobby got a massive extension, pretty much adding like a trillion new stuff. It is now complete with a courtyard, a helicopter pad, a winners only area, an entire section with a conveyor belt that takes you to different expeditions, a whole lighthouse in the middle, actual urban shade guards guarding the area, and possibly a bunch more stuff that I just missed and didn't bother looking because I wanted to just go in game and play the update already. Oh yeah, if you somehow haven't noticed, I am officially recording my videos from the courtyard from now, instead of just this random wall that nobody cares about. And if you're wondering why, well, take a look at this view. Pretty nice, right? Aside from that, it's just pretty much a much bigger lobby, and it's just overall got a massive extension, and it's much better and it's much cooler, and I love it, and I love pressure. So yeah, this new lobby, in my opinion, is fantastic. All right, let's talk about the in-game stuff now, because oh man, this is where stuff gets really good. Whenever you start the game, you'll notice 2 things. First off, you might have noticed that you arrived at a different dock. That is because you can now arrive at either one of 4 docks. And secondly, you might have noticed that the room count starts at 100 this time instead of 1. And that is because instead of going up to reach the ridge, you're going down, pretty much descending down into the ridge, which makes a lot more sense. Yeah, a really big part of the lore got rewritten and stuff, and now there's a bunch of changes to the lore, so yeah, that's cool. I'm not really a lore nerd, so I wouldn't really know much about that, so yeah, I'm not. As you venture deeper, you might get either one of 2 weird looking rooms. One of those rooms looks like a red little lobby thing. The other one is this giant room with a fan in the middle. And that means that you're in one of the 2 new grand encounters, the Abomination and the Firewall. Let's start off by talking about the Abomination one. The Abomination one is the one with the giant fan in the middle. You make your way down the stairs where you're instructed by Navi to grab one of these underwater diving gliders. And if you're wondering why you need them, well, you're about to find out. You then go underwater underwater with your glider, and you're pretty much told to go through this ominous looking pipeline system thing. As you make your way through the pipes, a giant creature swims right past you. You end up following this creature. I don't know why you would do that. And then boom, the creature comes out of nowhere and it starts chasing you. And your objective is to get out of this pipe system as fast as possible as to not get devoured by the creature. Now this chase is possibly one of the most intense, stress-inducing chases that I've ever done on Roblox. You have to navigate your way through the pipe system while dodging propellers, underwater mines, and sometimes even the creature itself. Not to mention, all of this is happening while you're going this fast. Eventually, you make it out of the pipe system where you're flung back onto shore and the creature, aka the abomination, goes back underwater, officially ending the chase. The best tips that I have for this encounter is to pretty much just have good reaction time, and that's it. You will occasionally get a warning signal on your glider, which means the abomination is right behind you and it's about to launch forward. When that happens, all you have to do is just go either left or right really fast. Other than that, this chase is stressful, but extremely fun. I have zero complaints about this chase, and I'd even go as far as saying this chase is perfect. So to the developers who worked on this, y'all did amazing. Alright, now let's talk about the second grand encounter, the firewall. You venture through the rooms when you suddenly find a red-looking lobby. You're instructed to take the elevator, which leads you to this weird-looking locker room. You open one of the lockers, and inside one of those lockers is a jet suit. You put this jet suit on, and then you proceed forward. As you go forward, you're told that this is a jet suit evaluation course. Right before the grand encounter starts, the game gives you a little tutorial on how the jet suit works. The jet suit gives you the ability to double jump, dash, slide, and wall hop, which could really only mean one thing. You're about to do some insane parkour. But this isn't any ordinary parkour. You have to make your way through 15 of these parkour rooms while being chased by a giant firewall. And this firewall isn't slow at all. It goes really fast. Once you make it past the 15 rooms, you then reach a safe spot. You're then led back into the locker room where you're instructed to take off the jet suit and proceed back into the black site. And that's the end of the firewall grand encounter. Oh yeah, by the way, don't try to run away with the jet suit, because then a turret will appear out of nowhere and gun you down. So yeah, in my opinion, I like the abomination grand encounter a lot more, but this is also pretty solid. I love this type of fast-paced parkour where you can dash and double jump. It's so, like, I love it. I love. My only gripe with this grand encounter is how fast the firewall is. This is not an issue for me because I'm naturally good at this type of stuff, but like, I can imagine the average mobile player reaching the firewall and just not being able to do it fast enough and dying. So yeah, if you're a mobile player and you reach the firewall, good luck. Other than that, the only tip that I have for the firewall is to keep practicing. And obviously just be good at parkour and stuff. Just practice the tutorial. It's not that hard. Okay, as I was editing this video, Zeal added a setting that adds in more platforms for you to parkour on if you're struggling on the firewall. So yeah, if you're having a bad time on the firewall, you might have to consider enabling that setting. Once you make it past either one of the two new grand encounters, the game just keeps going as normal. That is, until you reach the lunar dock. You'll then be instructed to fix this control box in the middle of the station and then go inside the tram. Once you do, the tram powers up and you need to go inside it and activate it and just leave the lunar dock. As the tram goes on, you see the searchlights, which could really only mean one thing. Yeah, it's a searchlight. Search. You have reached the searchlight's grand encounter. Except this time, it's a whole lot harder. First of all, there's 50% less hiding spots than last time. Second of all, the searchlights move in a much more unpredictable way. And thirdly, while I haven't seen this myself, the searchlights can destroy hiding spots. Yeah, it's pretty much a whole lot harder now. But the only thing that didn't change is the objective, where you have to just get 6 or 7 generators. I forgot how many generators you have to get. But the objective is the same. It's just a whole lot harder now. My main tip for this grand encounter is to go slowly. Take your time. Don't rush the searchlights. You're not under a time limit. I'd also recommend searchlights can pretty much come out of nowhere from any direction. What I would do is pretty much stick to the sides and only go in the middle if absolutely necessary. But yeah, other than that, just take your time. After picking up the crystal and making it past the ridge, you're led into an airlock where you descend underwater into the let van zone. From there, you're led into the final searchlights encounter, except this time, instead of fixing wires, you need to fix 8 generators. Or 7. I don't know how many. I forgot. The more generators you fix, the more searchlights spawn in. Pretty much the exact same as last time, right? Except this time, once you fix all 8 generators, you'll be led into an industrial area, where you'll need to avoid the same group of searchlights while activating levers in order to keep proceeding through. Once you've activated all the levers, the exit will open and you'll be led out of the industrial area, where you'll see a giant trench leader foot come falling down on one of the searchlights, killing them on impact. And that officially concludes the final searchlights grand encounter, and find pretty much all of the new grand encounters in this update. First part of this grand encounter is exactly however, for the second part, I'd recommend hiding and then moving while no searchlights are present in the area. There's also little turbine things that you have to avoid, so that's fun. Aside from that, I'd just say it's slightly harder than the old final encounter. And yeah, that's it for all the grand encounters, man. I have no words. Every grand encounter that I just mentioned was so unbelievably fun, it's not even funny. Remember, there will be even more grand encounters in the upcoming parts of this update. So once again, the developers did a phenomenal job on every single one of them, and oh my god, they're so good. I'm about to cry. They're so good. Yeah, there's also a new ending cutscene which is like 10 minutes long. I'm not gonna play the entire thing, but it essentially shows you what happens after you escape the black site and how you were pardoned for helping Urban Shade retrieve the crystal. It is honestly a really cool cutscene, but I can't really play the entire thing. So yeah, you gotta play the game in order to see the rest of it. Also, don't be like me. Alright, let's see this ending cutscene.
Alright, here we go.
What?
Wow.
Wait, I think
Is it not? Oh yeah.
no, it is out, but like we have to get through a different route. I think he's something. Wait, hold on.
No, it is out, but like we have to get through a different route, I think. He's something. Wait, hold on.
And now for the badges. You get 2 badges for doing 2 of the grand encounters, and 1 badge for carrying someone through one of the grand encounters. What that means is you pretty much have to do the grand encounter for someone else. In the abomination encounter, you'll need to have someone holding on to you while you do the chase for them. And in the firewall encounter, you'll need to have someone just staying back and not doing the encounter at all. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that badge. To get the like nothing ever happened badge, you'll need to revive someone with a defibrillator, or be revived by someone else with a defibrillator. The defibrillator is kind of a rare item because, you know, you can literally revive someone with it. The only places where you can find it is behind a code breacher door in one of these little boxes, or you can buy it from Sebastian for 500 acids. To get the It's Getting Late badge, you need to play Pressure at 3 a.m. Yes, 3 a.m. in the morning. Once the clock hits 3 a.m., a monster from the Hunted Expedition known as the Witching Hour appears out of nowhere, and it slowly starts approaching you. Once it reaches you, it jump scares you, and you get the badge along with the free revive token. You also get lectured by the voice actor of Sebastian to go to bed and to not stay up playing video games. You know what? I agree. If you're watching this video and it's currently 3 a.m. for you, I suggest turning off whatever device you're watching this video on and go to bed immediately. And if you don't do that, I will appear under your bed. There's actually a really dumb way to get this badge, and it's by setting your time to 3 a.m. via Windows settings. Once you do that, all you gotta do is hour will appear. You can also set your time to 2:59 a.m. That also works, but just do whatever, man. Now for the final 2 badges, which I personally think are the most insane ones so far. To get them, you need to find the painter in either the heavy containment room generation or this one room with a turret through this hole. Once you find him, you need to walk up to him and quote-unquote rescue him. When you do that, you slowly approach him before punching him and taking his hardware with you. Yeah, don't worry, it gets crazier from here. That gives you the first badge, but there's a slight problem.
I'm coming over. Hang tight.
Yeah, Sebastian isn't too happy about you doing that, and now he's somewhere in the black side trying to find and kill you. And once you make it past the ridge and pull the lever, this happens.
Goodbye.
Suffering.
I'm about to cry. No, I'm actually about to cry. Please, please.
Oh my god, please, please, please. Oh my god, please. Oh my god, please.
Bro, I'm actually shaking. I'm actually shaking at that fucking step. Bro, I'm actually. Please, please, God.
Please, 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 please.
No, we disconnect.
Don't disconnect.
Oh my god, alright.
Oh my god, oh my god,
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
We're gonna do it, guys.
Bro, come on.
Oh my god. Please, please. We're literally right there. We're literally right there.
Finally, bro. Finally. Oh my god.
Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. I crashed. I literally crashed right after. Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh my god. I crashed. Oh my god. Oh my god. I crashed. I literally crashed right after. Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh my god. I crashed right after we got it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys,
Alright, everybody.
guys, I crashed.
We need
Guys, I crashed literally right after I got it. Holy.
Are you serious?
Did you actually?
Yeah, I
Oh
did.
my god.
Oh my
Fucking hell. Thank god it was just a little bit delayed.
Oh my god, guys, are you fucking...
So satisfying.
Alright, video thumbnail. Video thumbnail. Video thumbnail.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Video thumbnail. Video thumbnail.
Please, let's did it again.
Jeez.
Now arriving. Please stand back from the hatch.
Sorry. Yeah, stand. Bro, stand the one time stand.
Why doesn't it let me screenshot? Hold on, I need to slip to bro. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, that's how we beat the game with 8 players. We definitely struggled a lot, but with enough practice we managed to run our 7 attempts. Suffering aside, it was actually really fun. I'd definitely do it again with more players if the devs release a new badge. But for now, I have all the badges and I can finally take a break. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. Hi. Oh wait, hold on, wrong avatar. Hello. So, ever since the pressure update got delayed for a week, I basically had nothing to upload. I was initially gonna make a no damage guide, seeing as you guys really loved the Lockerless guide in the 8-player video. Seriously, thank you so much for the recent support, y'all are legends. Then I figured that damageless is really not that hard and anyone could do it. So then I decided to start brainstorming creative ideas for a quote-unquote fun pressure challenge. And I really wish I didn't, because after some thinking, I came up with the idea to get every single badge in one sitting, like literally every single badge. Now surely I ended up brushing off the idea and started thinking of other video ideas right for hours. I was locked in my room playing pressure for all badges, and spoiler alert, this challenge had me dead inside when I was finally finished. Anyways, I hope you'll enjoy watching me suffer the same way I enjoy watching you subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 20,000. Come on guys, you can get there, I believe in you. Anyways, enjoy the video. Alright, first thing I need to do is to make a new account because, you know, I have all the badges on my main account, so I don't think it's gonna work out quite well with my main. Alright, month I'm gonna be, I don't know, May, day 13, and the year is gonna be 1925 because, you know, I'm old. Username is gonna be pressure, all badges. Wait, it's already in use? What? Huh? Wait, did someone actually attempt to do all badges, like on a different account? Pressure all badges. Okay, wow, someone... Wait, hold on. Wait, do they actually have all the badges? Oh no, they don't, wow. So you made a whole account dedicated to getting all the badges, and you don't even have all the badges. Wow, that is just... wow. The password is gonna be... blah blah, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah, blah blah, blah. Oh wait, blah. There we go. And then I'm gonna be a male. Sign up. Oh my god, why is it so bright? Please turn this off. Please, where's dark mode? There it is. Please, dark mode. Oh, thank you so much. My eyes are saved. Pressure. Okay, create private server. The name is gonna be, hi. That's the name of the private server. Okay, I forgot there's like a whole entire, like, intro thing to this game. So I'm just gonna have to wait for it to finish. Alright, I'm muting this, bro. This is just... Alright, I already got my first badge. It was the badge for joining, so yeah. Okay, so the first badges I'm gonna go for are 3000 intel, damageless, and lightless. I think I can do that. Alright, we're in the game. Okay, escape. I gotta remember to not take damage, and get 3000 intel. Look, there's a battery here. I'm not gonna pick it up, though, because there's no point. I'm not gonna use any light sources. Or am I? Nice. Particular encounter. Wow, I'm getting a lot of money, and I'm not even that far in yet. Alright, there's my second badge. Alright, nice. I gotta be careful to, like, not pick up any light source from those doors, because I'm pretty sure they spawn indoors with a flashlight. Bro, why am I getting so many batteries? I'm not even gonna use them. Alright, nice. Code breaker. Actually, a code breaker would be really OP, because you can do a glitch with it that dupes it. I'll show you what I mean in a bit whenever I get a locked door, but the code breaker is really OP, basically. I'm actually doing really good. I'm not even, like... I'm almost at 1,000, and I'm not even halfway through the game. Okay, I gotta be careful to not... obviously not look at them. Oh yeah, you get a badge for, gaping infestation. And ooh, there was a flashlight in there. Thank God I didn't pick it up. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need it. No! Oh my... Okay, yeah, this part is totally my fault. I was spamming E way too fast and I picked up a flashlight on accident. Please don't repeat the same mistake like I did. I can reattempt it later. It's not the end of the world. It's Pandemonium. I think it is actually because he's taking too long. Or it's Chainsmoker. It's either Pandemonium or Chainsmoker. Oh yeah, it is Pandemonium. Okay, nice. Alright, come here. Ooh, that was close. Okay. He got stuck on the door for whatever reason. Alright, he's gone. Nice. Okay, there's the first Pandemonium badge. There's another badge. Okay, wow, I'm already halfway through, what's it called? Yeah. Okay, wow, okay, that is really lucky, nice. Okay, let me show you how this, key card... The code breacher, let me show you how the code breacher, dupe works. Okay, so, you hold until you hear the beep, and then you spam G, and then it dupes it. It's actually, like, so broken. I don't know why they haven't fixed it yet. It's been in the game for, like, forever. I don't know why they didn't fix it. I gotta remember, I can't take damage. Taking damage is a sin. No. Actually, there's a badge for, like, talking to him. But it's gonna take, like... Oh my god. Can I... Oh my god, what? Oh my god, bro, are you serious? I'm walking on water. Bro, please let me go back. Basically, for those who don't know, whenever you first encounter Sebastian, he locks you in his room and cannot leave until he's done talking. So, as you would expect, I started going crazy here.
You hear that? I think something is on its way.
Are we in? Oh yeah, we're in the searchlights now. Alright, nice. I'm gonna be pretty mad if I lose this run because I got electrocuted by a stupid generator. Alright. Wait, let me just... Okay. Also, before I enter, here's a fun little trick you can do. Get in a closet, and then get out. Look, I can walk in the cutscene. How cool is that? Okay, what the hell? Oh, why are you smacking the generator? And that's searchlights. Alright, there's the searchlight badge. Nice. Ooh. Man, Infestation really hates me. Ooh, get away from that. Okay, listen. I want you to watch the following clip and explain what just happened, because I myself have no idea. Ooh. Oh god, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Okay. Alright, that was close. What is going on? What just happened? Literally, what just happened? Okay, bro, I would have been so mad if I took damage there. That was so stupid. I'm genuinely so confused. What just happened? At least I got a badge from that, but still, it's so stupid because I could have took damage from that. Okay, here comes... Oh, Blitz, nice. Okay. Oh. Man, Blitz is one hell of a fast guy, isn't he? And there's the O badge. Badge names in this game make no sense. Like, oh, yeah, what a very creative thought process. And then, by some miracle, this happened. Wait. No way. Oh my god, no way. No way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, there's a cube. Okay, I'm gonna get the 3000. Okay, nice. There's no way I'm getting Artifice. Oh my god. Oh my god, wait. This could actually be really... This could be huge. If I get Artifice, I'm gonna get like one of the rarest badges in the game done. That would be really good.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it! Aw,
Yes. Oh my god, nice, bro. Oh my, this is actually insane. I don't have to worry about artifice for forever now. This is huge. Wow. Oh, I gotta be careful. I gotta remember, no taking damage. One thing I forgot to mention is duping only works if you have only one code breacher. Like here, look. There we go. See? But if you try doing it with multiple, then what's gonna happen? It just drops the dust. It doesn't actually dupe it. Oh, Pinky, nice. Nice, bro. That's, how many monsters is that? Oh, wild one. Okay. Alright, there's the first wild roller badge. Alright, Zoom 100. Here we go. Okay. Alright, just gotta remember, no taking damage. It's Frogger. Okay, Frogger. I haven't gotten him before, so this is another badge to my collection. Wow, that is a long room. It took him a long time to get back. Alright, should be gone. Ooh, thought he was coming back. Oh, it makes sense. Okay, yeah, it makes sense why it took him so long. Alright, well, there's another badge. Oh, Chainsmoker, nice. I'm getting teamed on by like every single like monster in the game right now. Okay, wow, that was, man, there's so many speakers like everywhere. Why couldn't it be pandemonium? I have the like the most perfect spot. Wait, what is this green thing? Oh, Nubby Light. Wow, okay, nice. Wow. This is, what is this run, man? Bro, this run is actually like so rare. Jesus Christ. Nice. Wow. Alright, get me out of here. Okay, nice. Ooh. Oh my god, bro. This is my first run of the day. Wow, that is insane. Okay, it's time for the final encounter with the searchlights. Should be easy, but I just need to take my time again because I can't take damage. Gonna get this one. Okay. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go that way. Oh my, what? Bro, are you serious? So in this part I took damage from parasites because apparently I was too far off the ground even though I literally passed by that area not too long ago and I didn't take any damage. That's honestly not even my fault and I blame the game for that. Oh my god, okay, well there goes my damage in this run. That is so annoying, bro. It's whatever, I don't care. Alright, nice. Nice, okay. Hold the lever, nice. Now I just have to escape.
Let's see what yeah.
Okay, go,
He
go, go,
won't
go,
let
go,
me
go,
show
go,
you
go.
that. Need to leave you in the dark for this one. Sorry.
And come on. Nice, I made it in. Okay. Nice.
Goodbye.
Okay, just gotta make it in, and yep. Nice, okay. Wow, that is literally the first game, and I already have like a lot of badges, including like really hard ones, like the Gummy Light and Artifice. Artifice is actually one of the, like, the one that I worried about the most, because you need like insane luck. Oh my god, thank god I got this. Alright, get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here. Nice.
Hello, chat.
Ooh,
You guys
nice.
are amazing.
Okay, okay,
I'm
let's see
streaming
what
pressure.
badges I have. Okay, so far that's good. I have Artifice, that's like my biggest achievement so far. This is like insane. This is actually like crazy. Okay, so I think now I'm gonna go for all of the Squirtle badges, buying Sebastian's stock.
Oh, this guy.
Oh,
Oh, this guy has
Knife to the speaker. Alright, so since I have
I think I was
for beating the game, the
I'm
rest of
out
the
of here,
footage
yeah?
is just me replaying
Yeah,
the game
it's
for the
on
remaining badges. I don't think people want to rewatch the same thing over again, so yeah, expect a lot of cuts.
It's quite a defib, I mean...
Submarine has arrived. Please
Kinda
stay at the
worth it,
minimum
'cause you can
5
revive
steps away from
people.
the hatch until it is fully opened.
I've seen that.
Yup, you read the title correctly. This is not clickbait. We beat Pressure with 50 people without anyone dying. Where, when, why, And most importantly, how? Now, before I get into all that, I just want to say that this is single-handedly the most brutal challenge I've ever done in Pressure. I know I say that every time I do one of these videos, but nothing will ever get worse than this. It was so bad, I could feel my mental health deteriorating while doing it. And I know I sound like an idiot for saying this, but please never attempt this challenge for your sake. Never thought I'd have to say that at the start of one of my videos, but here we are. Alright, now that I'm done describing this monstrosity of a challenge, here's how we single-handedly made Pressure history.
Oh, I thought it was
AKA how we beat it. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, which most of you probably have been, you'd know that the maximum amount of players you can have in one Pressure match is 50, which might not seem like it, but it is a lot. So, how exactly am I gonna get 50 people? This step in itself is already insanely hard. You need to have 50 people that know what they're doing and don't goof around, which if you've seen some of my lives, it's pretty much impossible, which is why I partnered up with Urban Shade the Depths Collective, possibly the most based Discord server to ever exist. It's a server where some of the best Pressure players all come together and host a bunch of sick offensive competitions. And it just so happens to be a server where people do 8-player runs out of pure boredom. Just casual. So when they saw me attempting to do the 50-player challenge, they invited me and said,
Join our server.
Dude, you tried to have crank flashlight.
Join the server.
What's a high flag?
which I happily agreed to. So step one, check. So now that we have 50 people, we can just go in the game and win, right? Well, if only it was that simple. We obviously can't just have 50 people running around not knowing what they're doing, which is why every person is assigned a certain role within the run to make sure that everyone knows what they have to do and complete. 2 leaders, 3 back leaders, and 45 followers. This is how each role works, starting with the leaders. The leaders are the ones that open the doors and inform everyone what's up ahead, whether it's a pit, safe spot, gauntlet, etc. When the timing is right, the leaders say move up, which means they found a safe spot and everyone needs to move to that safe spot and hide there. And once everyone hides there, the leaders continue until they find another safe spot, and then the cycle repeats. The back leader's job is to stay at the very, very back and make sure everyone's hiding in the safe spot. When the leaders say move up, the back leaders make sure everyone moves up. And once they step foot into the room with the safe spot, the leaders continue. And finally, the followers' job is to, well, follow. They're the staple of this run, and obviously without them, the run would not be possible. Other types of callouts may include SS or PSS, meaning safe spot or pandemonium safe spot, and X, meaning the leaders are too far ahead and opening one more door will get everyone in the back low-key. And also, I'm just gonna point out that we cannot use lockers because, well, there's not enough for 50. So step 2, check.
Gonna happen. Well, you're right.
Since both of the searchlights are so unbelievably easy, the only part that's actually kind of scary is the ridge. As all of you know, the ridge is infamous for being the most nerve-wracking part in the entire game that lasts for 13 doors. Yeah, how do you get 48 people through that? Well, it's actually pretty simple. As soon as the leaders open the first door of the ridge, they rush until they reach the 3rd or 4th room. If that room has a safe spot, then they wait for the room. Everyone there. Once everyone's there, they open 5 doors and essentially put everyone who's in the safe spot on the verge of getting bullied. Then they wait for a little bit, and once they think it's safe, they use sprint injections to go as fast as humanly possible to reach the exit and teleport everyone. And now, arguably the scariest part of the entire run. I genuinely have PTSD from this stupid error message that can literally happen at any moment. Even if you have the best Wi-Fi money can buy and live right next to a 5G tower. This type of crash is very common in servers that have 50 or more players. And if you've been in the server for more than 20 minutes, it can happen at any given moment with no warning at all. Now this issue, it's not new at all. It's been happening ever since the 8-player video. In fact, here's a clip from that video of me talking about it. You also need to have good Wi-Fi, because if someone disconnects, you're gonna have to do that all over again. That's right. If someone dies or disconnects, you cannot get the badge. I myself have a fair share of moments where I disconnect out of literally nowhere. And it's not because I have bad Wi-Fi. In fact, my Wi-Fi is really good. It's because Roblox looks at me and goes, oh, you made it far into the game and you're about to beat it? I think disconnecting you would be pretty funny. Yeah, and now that there's 50 entire players instead of 8, it's much more aggressive this time. So you can think of it as the normal crash message, but on steroids. So yeah, that's basically our strategy. It definitely involves a little bit of luck, but with enough practice and patience, we were able to easily do it. Anyways, now that I'm done explaining all of that, sit back, relax, and enjoy the run where history was made.
Who died? I don't know.
Get in. Soul, get in. Who is that? Sion, get in. Prince, get in.
Bro!
There we go. Okay, please. Oh my god.
Why did you use it like that? Huh? Oh.
Please don't tell me it's H-chip.
Who died? No one
It's
knows.
fine.
It
Fine.
said it was
I'm
on
getting
the
like
floor.
80 ping, 70 ping max. Like,
Alright, skip.
Is it like harder to stay? No?
3,
He was on the floor that
2,
blocked it.
1.
Oh.
Yes!
Blitz! Blitz! Blitz!
Legend!
Blitz!
I'm trying to open, but the keycard is kind of weird.
Why did that look
Kind of.
like it's move? Chichi, why did that look like it's why did I touch it?
Oh, PSS. Whoever has the key card. Oh, do you have it? Whoever,
I need a
whoever
mic
has it
too.
can open. Alright. Alright, go.
Go into the sight room, guys. Come on.
2,
if you guys just go
3,
inside,
Oh.
4.
Don't.
Alright, move up.
Holy crap.
Everyone go.
Move up until you see Sonny. Oh yeah, you can walk on the pipe even.
We're here. Push.
There's an angler?
Pit on the way.
Oh my god.
4.
In the safe
Move up all the way. Careful, pit on the way. Stay here, stay in this one. Is it safe all the way up? Okay, all the way.
Why did that disappear? Chichi, why did that disappear?
Stay in the side room. Right before.
Why did it
Can I open?
disappear?
Just.
Yeah, we're all here. Purposely light. I'll keep doing this.
As soon as it turns red, you can. Go. Alright, go. Oh, front angler. Alright, go.
No, stay here, guys.
Stay. 2, 3, open
Oh,
5.
thank you for that.
Actually, no, don't open, because it's 19. Yeah, move up. Alright, let's not waste time and just go.
Oh, I got this.
I'll take left. It's not left. Yeah, I got this. That's 3. Move up.
Go. Everyone go. Let's go. Go.
Get rid of it.
Oh.
Just all the way. Thank you. Go.
Oh!
Deactivate it. Just go. Yeah.
What?
I mean, yeah, it is safe. You can follow, sure. Wait, are they on X? I forgot. I don't think so. All the way. Nice. We're already a quarter of the way through. All right, go.
Crazy to
Dude,
show you.
this
If
is
you like
really
simulator
cool.
games, you're gonna love this. After a year of development, I just launched my very first game, Water Park Simulator. It just launched today, and in this game, you can create, design, and manage your own water park. You get to build enormous slides that you can even ride yourself, hire staff to help you, and all the game has deep management systems, super goofy ragdoll physics, and of course you get to build the water park of your dreams and have full control. The game is launching in early access, which means you'll be first to try it. You can give us feedback and help shape its development, and while it's in early access, the price is discounted, so you're getting it cheaper than its full release. Cheers, guys. This game you guys build. Water Park Simulator's out on Steam.
Oh! I did this second turret. I did it. Oh my god. Is that Pinky? Bro. That's obviously cool. I need the casino. Or medkit. Or if I die. She definitely. Where's the sleep? Give me the sleep. Go, go, go. Bro! So you can... Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Open it.
Open the door.
Blast it. Open.
Go.
How many sprints do you have?
Bro. Whoa.
The light's flickering.
Ah, Pinky. Open 4. What is it?
I died.
What?
You died? How did you die?
I fell
Okay,
into
we're
the
fine.
lake.
Don't worry. Don't
Hey,
fall.
who used this, no, here.
You fell back.
Sobe your towel.
Wait, I've never seen this